Hi there. Welcome back to James and James podcast. And today we're going to go over AEW. And this is one of my favorite subjects. My favorite subject is MJF as a heavyweight champion. I'm a fan of his. And what do you think about what he's going through now?
Yeah, with Adam Cole, right?
Because this is his first time coming back from the match, the four-way, right?
And Double Nothing.
Which was one of the worst matches I've ever seen. But
MJF claims it was one of the best.
Well, of course, but he has to say that,
Yeah, but I mean, like MJF is awesome on the mic, and he's like his mic skills are insane, and he does it so like naturally too, right?
Yeah, I mean, he just flows with it. I'm like he's awesome in the way he describes things.
He's so good. It looks like he comes on the spot.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's very sarcastic. And he knows how to push buttons.
Yeah,
with that.
He knows how to get it in with the crowd.
Yep. Yeah, he knows how to get under the skin.
Yeah.
All right. So then he's going off about his accolades, and then
because he does says a lot about Adam Cole, and I mean that promo. Both of them I say was like a 10-star promo.
I mean,
they both were good.
Yeah, and if you go back to the press conference after the 4-way match.
Yeah.
He was basically says, I'm already a legend just by all my accolades that I've done.
I can retire tomorrow. I have like a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he goes, I have a Hall of Fame career just on everybody that I've beaten, everything that I've done in AEW. Like, I'm already a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Right there. And then he told somebody he had stage 3 diabetes or type 3 diabetes.
Yeah, it was a reporter. He goes, oh, yeah, well... Congrats on the winning. Congrats on getting type 3 diabetes.
Yeah, he goes, well, not yet, but
well, you're fat.
Yeah, I was laughing like, oh, dang, that was pretty good. But yeah, he's very funny. He knows how to win the crowd in. So then he finally says like, I'm good. I've done everything. And then somebody comes out.
It was Adam Cole. And I mean, MJF says a lot of stuff. One thing I want to focus on when he said about to Adam Cole was that hold
on, man. You're always jumping. Let's talk about when Adam Cole comes out, all right? And then he walks to the screen. Adam Cole's music's on. And then he squats down to do his Adam Cole, baby. And MJF just shuts it all down. And he starts squatting like... I'm like, why are you still squatting? He looks back, and then he finally gets up. I'm like, dude, get up, man. But MJF just cut him off completely, which I like that part. But you were saying something about...
Yeah, about him. He was going to say how he was going to be Keith Lee's manager. And he was to be Keith Lee's manager if Vince McMahon didn't get in his way.
Oh, yeah.
So if Vince was there, he would have made him Keith Lee's manager back in the day on SmackDown. Or actually, I think NXT, actually, I think. Can you imagine that? Adam Cole as Keith Lee's manager?
I don't know who Keith Lee is.
He's that one with Goldust or Dustin Rhodes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them. All right. But then, I mean, because Adam Cole comes out. But before he could really say a word, right?
Yeah.
MJF just goes up all about...
his accolades, everything about his career.
He talks about Adam Cole's accolades, all the stuff that he's done, all the belts he won, all his accomplishments,
and he mentions Vince McMahon like twice in there.
Yeah, and I think he said Vince McMahon said that Adam Cole wasn't good enough.
Yeah,
like he wasn't relevant.
He goes like, yeah, Vince was right.
Yeah. Because he goes, man, I idolized you when coming up. You were, I followed your career path.
Because he had that big faction called the Undisputed Era. That was like to shock the system, saying and all that stuff.
Yeah, and then but he said but this guy comes out.
Yeah,
like, who is this guy? I guess he was like a Shawn Michaels. Remember, Shawn Michaels was big and buff, and then he got into rehab and all that. Then he shrunk down because everything was natural. And maybe that's what happened to Adam Cole. That's probably the same reason. I don't know. I'm not saying he went to rehab, but I know he was injured, right?
Yes.
He just came back. So, probably a lot had to do with it because he couldn't train.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure if you could.
It was a concussion.
Not sure if you could train and all that and how much extent you are, but But I'm sure a lot of that has to do with it. And plus, when some people get older, they get thinner. I get thicker, they get thinner, you know, because, they start eating right. They stop substance abuse for making themselves bigger. And everything's natural now because they want to live better. And plus, they have all these injuries and that they can't take all this stuff if they don't want to take painkillers and all that because then you get caught up in that. So maybe that's what happened. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? Put in the comments below and we'll have a discussion about that. But then Adam Cole starts talking.
Yeah, like towards like very end.
Yeah.
And he says like a few stuff about how it's like his career and everything and how he is as a person or a gimmick.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just very good. Like both promos together, I say was awesome. Like a 10-star promo right there combined.
Well, I don't know. I'm a 10-star, but the promo was good. Adam Cole didn't really say too much that I think. I mean, you compare them both together, body wise, structure wise, wrestling wise. To me, MJF is still the better wrestler.
Yeah,
I mean, we're gonna find out to see that. I don't really see Adam Cole taking the belt from MJF. What do you think?
No, it had to be someone big.
Yeah, and the thing is with AEW, to me, they're all unorganized.
Yeah,
they got so many wrestling feuds, factions, tag teams, all over. I mean,
like over there, weight bouts don't exist over there anyway.
Yeah, I mean, for WWE, it's usually the United States champion, Intercontinental champion, and heavyweight champion. Usually, those are the three belts I think they have, and people do wrestle for those. But to me, like I was saying, the AEW is so unorganized. I mean, all over the place.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, they even had John Moxley in, was it the club, the
Blackpool Combat Club?
Yeah.
I mean, because I guess you can cut them some slack because I think they're still a baby. They're only about 3 years old because they're still trying to grow more, and they are growing more, but they're trying to get their everything together.
I get why they have John Moxley. They're trying to do like the D-Generation X stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what I see they're trying to do, which I get it. John Moxley is probably the best one to do it with.
Yeah.
Especially Cesaro. What is his name?
Claudio.
Okay, I know it's in the back of my mind.
Claudio.
And I think he's great for it. I mean, everybody in there in the club is great.
Now
they got the right people in there.
I do too, because especially with the one guy, Wheeler Yuta. We know who he is, right?
Not sure which one.
He's that other one, like the last one, besides Bryan Danielson, Claudio, and John Moxley. I think he's like the fifth member.
Okay.
And then they really
he has like the straight spiky hair.
Yeah,
okay,
it comes down his forehead.
Yeah.
And all three, John Moxley, Claudio, and Bryan Danielson, all helped bring his name up. Because it wasn't for them, he would not be, I think, where he is.
Yeah, he just basically looks like an average person. He looks like actually somebody I used to work with, to tell you the truth. So he's just an average person. But you notice those three main guys are from WWE?
Yeah, I know. But I do think they all three of them helped him bring his name up. Like, they really did, I think.
Yeah. But going back to what I was talking about, though, is this that they're all over the place. And these I would say heavyweights, but the main icons, which you're not utilizing them right. You got Chris Jericho running his faction, okay? You got John Moxley with his, all right? You got MJF, who doesn't have a faction.
No.
Which is because he's pretty good by
himself. His own person,
yeah. And then, of course, you got, which we'll talk about later, CM Punk coming back.
Yeah.
All right? But usually when people come back, they go straight to the belt.
Yeah, right away.
Because that's what gets the crowd going.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the crowd gets behind the person.
Goldberg.
Oh, yeah, Goldberg. Goldberg comes back, beats Brock, beats for everybody, and wins the belt. Yeah, I don't know why you brought that up. But that's what I'm saying. Like, these heavy hitters, they're all over the place. They got too many belts, and they're not utilizing their icons right.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody has a turn. I mean, but you just put MJF through a four-way with CrossFit people. It's like, come on. You're like, get this right. Get these, all those three right there should go, maybe except for Sammy Vega.
Sammy Guevara.
Sammy Guevara. God dang, I see Sammy Vega. I said for him, but he's almost there. He needs a couple of more years, and he could be the size of MJF.
I think Chris Jericho really needs to help him bring his name up. By the way,
Chris Jericho, yeah. I mean, I could see him, being part of those feuds. I could see him doing that. Doing one more thing to.
Yeah, I feel like I can see Chris Jericho and MJF more into the future. I think that'll be a good match going into the future more.
Yeah, and I don't know. They just got to start bringing up these names. I mean, Darby, I know you like him, but man,
Darby is very skinny though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't see him as a heavyweight beating. Wardlow is still coming up. Wardlow is a heavyweight type.
Yeah. I mean, we saw him close up in person in the meet and greet. You can see the way he is close up, face to face.
Yeah, he's huge.
I know.
I mean, body wise too. I mean, he's somebody. But didn't he fight MJF before?
No, but he did fight Samoa Joe. Not MJ. What? You said Wardlow fight MJF?
Yeah.
I don't know. That might have been before I started watching.
Because I think my buddy was watching. Anyway, if he did, great. If not, then he need to start putting him up there.
Yeah.
They got to start putting.
I'm pretty sure they did something, but that might have been before I was watching. I started like 2 years later.
Yeah, and these other wrestlers, they got to put some more weight on there, support more muscle. I know nowadays with the ADAS, what is it?
What?
The USADA, the United States Drug Administration, whatever. They got all these, tests and so forth, and they're getting a lot lenient. But I mean, some people takes breaks, juice up, and come back, and I don't know. I'm not saying to juice up, but I'm just saying they got to do something. They got to get some bigger, heavy hitters in there. Bobby Lashley might be going too. He's getting tired of WWE, and that would be a great for AEW.
Yeah, especially if they push him to Wardlow, or there's that other big guy, Samoa Joe.
No. Samoa Joe's old. Samoa Joe's gone. Like just because he's big, Samoa Joe's done. He was already done with WWE. He was just training people in WWE.
Yeah, and
you rarely saw him come out.
Before he left, he was on the announce table like Michael Cole.
Yeah, I mean, so days were done. AEW was just his second win.
Yeah.
All right, but Wardlow needs to go down to these people. Not Wardlow. Well, I mean, if Bobby Lashley comes up, he's going straight to the heavyweight.
Oh,
he's
he has to.
To MJF, he's gonna go and get another belt.
You know what? Brian Cage also. I mean, Brian Cage.
Yeah, but he barely comes out.
Oh yeah. Well, because I think he's with Ring of Honor.
Okay, well there you go. There. I mean, he's over there. So I mean, they got to start bringing these guys, these heavy hitters, and that way to tune people in. Yes, all these guys are good. I mean, Orange Cassidy. I mean, Pure Juice, whatever his name is.
Orange Cassidy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on. The guy has his belt in a backpack. He wears pajama pants when he wrestles. I mean, have you seen those things when he wrestles? How loose they are because they're pajama pants.
Yeah, like they're jeans.
No, not jeans. They're jeans that look. They're pajama pants that look like jeans because they stretch so much.
Oh.
And I mean, come on. They got a rope.
Yeah.
To tie them. So that's how you know. These are like what women wear. And I don't know, he's sunglasses all the time, which I get. It's a gimmick.
I mean, like Orange Cassidy, yeah, he's like.
I think they got to get rid of him and start.
See, but Orange Cassidy is like a big fan for like fan base wise. Him and MJF, I'd say, are like the same level. Because Orange Cassidy fan base is actually amazing.
I mean, but they got a lot of guys in there still.
I mean, like even kids dress like him.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of guys in that locker room who could do just as good as a job as he can. And, the gimmick about putting his hands in there and, like...
Yeah, but
it's great. It's funny, but...
I mean, I would say his hands in his pockets are actually impressive because he does moves in hands in pockets. He does, like, drop kicks, which are very hard to do when you don't have your hands out.
Yeah, I get that. And so does the other wrestlers who have to work around that when he puts his hands in his pocket. They know they got to do
his latest match, Swerve Strickland, he was doing some moves with him with his hands in his pocket.
I'm just saying, if they do some shakeup in there, get these names changing, put some more competition on MJF, and they could probably put more people in the seats.
Yeah.
Because we all know that they're not filling up their
no,
arenas.
Even like I seen pictures like this is getting bad. It's very bad.
So, I mean, right now at the UK, that stadium, they sold over 60,000 tickets, right?
Yeah.
And their what they wanted to fill was 65,000. I'm sorry, 65,000. They got over by 61,000 tickets sold. The capacity is 90,000
Yeah. there's no
for
way.
that. So, but in order, they gotta start changing this stuff up. Yes, CM Punk's gonna come back. I'm sure he'll put seats in there eventually.
Now, I think the key to this, they need to get someone from somewhere else. They get a big name to hire, and they need to announce it like a month before.
But see, yeah, I mean, I get that. You're right. They do need to get somebody else, maybe a Bobby Lashley. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, the way they're disorganized,
Yeah.
they could fill up those seats. They got a lot of potential in there. They got to start listening to people and from the locker room to make some changes.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else with this one? I know we went off topic on that one.
Yeah. No, that's about it.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens with MJF. I'm reason to see what happens to Adam Cole. I want to see when the next fight's going to happen. Did they say a date? Was it going to happen on Dynamite, or was it going to happen on a pay-per-view?
I don't think they set a fight. I don't think they set a fight in general.
So they're probably just going to come out and just
I
start
think this
talking.
rivalry is just barely getting started.
You know what they actually need? A lot of locker room stuff, the background stuff.
Yeah, they do.
Because they have their feud in the ring, but then if you do the stuff outside the ring, not outside the stadium, but inside the hallways and
Yeah.
stuff, you get attacks and all that, or some more interviews. Because every time somebody has an interview, somebody interrupts them.
Yeah.
Like, they don't really get to say. I think they need that. But what do you think? What do you think is AEW needs to do? Or do you think they're doing everything right? Put your comments in the description down below. We'll get back to you. Also, James will have the social media stuff down in the description. Don't forget to like this video because I know you liked it, and give us a thumbs up. And thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe.
Peace.